Accept the bad with the good, for when the good is truly good, even the bad feels bearable. People will accept anything if it comes with enough flattery. A fool's mind races ahead of his tongue. The wise let their mind guide their words. In this world, disgrace becomes the crime. We are not only responsible for what we do, but also for what we choose not to do. How terrifying when someone great chooses to be vile. If people understand what you say, you're speaking well. Even happiness, when constant, becomes boring. Life needs highs and lows. Beauty without wisdom is like a trap without bait. Evil men die, but evil lives on. The biggest fools often live the most content lives. Love is a powerful teacher. It shapes us into who we never thought we could become. Comedy's duty is to entertain while quietly improving humanity. Haste often leads to mistakes. Blind believers want the whole world to be blind too. To them, clarity is a crime. Sometimes the secret to life is enjoying the foolish moments too. Live like you'll die tomorrow. Learn like you'll live forever. It's better to stay silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. An ancient philosopher once said, "Eat to live, don't live to eat." Liars often rain down promises like a storm. The best way to succeed is to take the same advice you give others. We truly speak well only when we understand ourselves clearly. A person's true wealth is the good they do for others. Most people spend their lives worrying about things that never happen. The more you suppress emotions, the louder they scream. Birth means nothing without virtue. You earn your ancestors' glory only by trying to live like them. Death is a debt we all must pay. Faith is believing what you know may not be true. Before blaming others, examine yourself for a long time. Curiosity is the beginning of wisdom. Ego is the end of it. We're born crying, live complaining, and die disappointed. An educated fool is more dangerous than an uneducated one. A happy marriage is an endless conversation that always feels too short. I want to stand out. To be honest, someone who's everyone's friend can't be mine. Trying to fix the world is the greatest foolishness. Humans aren't afraid to be cruel, but they are terrified to look dumb. You are known by the company you keep and the ones you avoid. This must be profound. I didn't understand a word of it. The wise admit they know little. Fools believe they know everything. The absence of a loved one, no matter how brief, feels too long. A person who never prays is like a tree without roots. Hypocrisy is a fashionable evil, and all fashionable evils pretend to be virtues. The devil's cleverest trick is convincing you he doesn't exist. Our minds need rest. Without play, work will break us. Just like courage is faked, so is devotion. Knowledge is treasure. Action is the key that unlocks it. Every good deed is a form of charity. Even the dead have grace. They never blame the doctor who failed them. Fashion is just the science of appearances. The greatest foolishness is the obsession to fix the world. There's a vast difference between words and actions. A lot is said, little is done. People can tolerate criticism, but not mockery. They'd rather be evil than appear foolish. Most people don't die of illness, but of its treatment. Man's greatest weakness is the fear of appearing weak. Marriage is like a fortress. Those inside want out. Those outside want in. The greater the obstacle, the greater the glory in overcoming it. I'd rather choose an interesting vice over a boring virtue. A lucky man owns a good bottle, a good book, and a good friend. A woman is always ready to settle the score, sooner or later. Today's praise is tomorrow's memory. A world rewards appearances more than authenticity. A wise question is already half the answer. A woman's heart is an ocean of mysteries. If you admire someone, copy their virtues, not their fame. Mocking a rich man is always funnier. Writing is like prostitution, first for love, then for friends, and finally for money. Life is a tragedy for those who feel, and a comedy for those who think. The world's a stage, but the cast doesn't match the play. Debt is like a child. It begins in joy, grows in pain. In trying to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. The trees that grow slow often bear the sweetest fruit. The one who laughs last probably didn't get the joke. Our biggest weakness is our attachment to life. Greatness is an illusion. Kindness is the only truth. Educating a fool is like giving a knife to a madman. To die is nothing, but to live in defeat, that's dying every day. A true friend shows up after everyone else has left. The envious may die, but envy never does. True understanding avoids extremes and balances with wisdom. The fear of death is worse than death itself. The more you know, the more you realize how little you know. Sins committed silently are rarely seen as sins. The wise exaggerate neither in speech nor in appearance. They live simply and adjust slowly with time. Isn't the greatest rule of all to make others happy?